C was originally written to support the development of the Unix operating system. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Dennis Ritchie designed C in the early 1970s, and Unix is written in C. However, it's actually the result of a development process that began with a language called BCPL, which was developed in 1967.
So C is based on BCPL.
Indirectly, yes. Ken Thompson, the developer of Unix, had been using both assembly language and a language called B. C evolved from B and BCPL. In 1973, Ritchie and Thompson rewrote Unix in C.
C was used almost exclusively for systems programming to begin with. So why has it become so popular as a general-purpose language?
Well, it's true that it was, and still is, used for systems programming. Much of MS-DOS and OS/2, and of course Unix, is written in C. However, when Unix became one of the most popular multi-user operating systems, C was adopted by programmers for almost any programming task.
But what do you think makes C more attractive than, say, Pascal?
Well, C's main attraction is that it has a small but very powerful set of operators. It combines the power of assembler with the elegance of high-level languages.
Could you give some examples of how it does that?
Yes, with C, the programmer can access the underlying hardware. He can access memory addresses directly, he can perform operations on values stored as bits, and he can store variables in registers, just as in assembler. This produces faster and more efficient code than is produced by high-level languages like Pascal. At the same time, it provides the fundamental control flow constructs required for well-structured programs: decision-making, loops, and subprograms. These features combined together provide a very powerful tool for the programmer.
You make it sound like the ideal language for everyone.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. But if you need to write programs that are compact, fast in execution, and yet portable from one computer to another, then C is the language you should be using.
One last point. You said earlier that C was the result of a development process. Is this development continuing? I mean, are we going to see a language called D?
As you know, nothing stands still in the field of computing. There is a language C++, which has developed from C, and its use is increasing. Things are definitely moving to object-oriented programming. Languages like C++ and Smalltalk are the languages of the next decade, as are functional languages. But that's another story.
Unit 5.